Hey my scrappy friends, I am working on my December daily album. I thought that I would share with you a few of the spreads and cards and stuff that I've been working on. This is pretty much a part of day 4. It's not the whole thing. I'll share the other part separately. Just this took a little while because I kind of worked on a few different cards because I'm working on these pieces right here, and I'm going to add these in that little Give Good Starbucks sleeve, some of it, and one of them I'm going to put in for, I think, day 5. So yeah. But I did want to share these with you because I took the time to record them. And I know that I enjoy watching other people's process for December daily. So those 2 cards are just ones that the wood grain one is a wood grain that I just cut down from a 6x6 pattern paper pad from Simple Stories, and then that other black and white card is from Ali Edwards, the Paislee Press Kit. And then I just took some Dear Lizzy paper and Dear Lizzy, like there's this pad that was in my click kit, and it had like the library card things, so, and it has some copper in it and it's really pretty. So it worked really nice for some layers. And then I just added some stitching, and I also added those circles. I did some stitching on both of those, so it'll look really fun. And I added the picture of my husband. That was when we went to get our tree. So this, like I said, this is part of that's part of day 3, because I think we did that on day 3. I had a ton of photos from just going out, and some of them I wanted to highlight, like this one of just the landscape of it. It's not the best photo because the lighting isn't that great, and to tell you the truth, I'm really not that good at like overall landscapes, but I keep trying because I keep thinking if I keep trying that maybe I'll get a better photo. I think my depth of is not right. I think that's why. So this one on the second side, I'm gonna add some ribbon to just some plain cardstock, and then I add this acetate piece from the Ali Edwards kit. So I'm using a lot of Ali Edwards, the December daily kit, in my December daily. I am finding this so helpful. So my recommendation to anyone who's doing December daily and having a problem getting the pages put together well and getting it completed in a cohesive way, get a kit or put a kit together yourself that is really awesome and that you really like, and it has elements that you know you're gonna use and that you know that you like. I thought about adding this little tab and it ended up not looking that great, so I'm gonna nix it. And really that circle that sticks up kind of is like a tab, and then I just add a few little words to the open space because Ali does that kind of stuff and it looks awesome, so why not in mine? Now I'm working on day 4, and this is the day that we put up the ornaments on the tree. We let the tree rest for about a day, or well, part of a day, overnight, because it was really wet when we went out and we took it, and we wanted to make sure it was dry enough so we didn't catch anything on fire. We live in an area that has lots of trees, so we really don't want our house or our neighbor's house and trees all around us too. So on this side, I'm using that acetate piece that says Holly Jolly, and on the back I just put the story of today, because along with day 3, when we brought, actually that photo is from day 3 too. See, this is what I mean by I just keep going around, and I don't really mind. I mean, this is kind of how I think about when I do project life type stuff anyway, so it just makes it difficult when you're trying to put a whole spread together, right? But that picture we took when we first put up the tree, and the kids were so excited on the way home from getting the tree. They weren't so excited when we actually got the tree, but that's besides the point. But on the way home, they were really excited, and they wanted to name the tree, so we named the tree, and they came up with Holly Jolly. So we're calling her Holly. And I just loved that there was that acetate tag that says Holly Jolly. So on the back, I will make sure that I write that story down so that we remember it, because it was really cute. And I thought about adding some stuff, but I had a hard time adding stuff to that picture because I really didn't want to mess it up. So I had a problem. I was going to use a template from Larkindesign, and I had a problem printing it. It wasn't printing. Like, I had a problem printing, and it made me waste a whole bunch of ink, and I was really annoyed. But what are you going to do, right? So I just printed off the photos, but I didn't think about the size that I was doing them in, even though I knew I did them in smaller size. But when I went to go put them on the page, I didn't like how they were working. So they're up in the corner there. They're probably going to stay there until this is done. But in the end, I end up going back to the template and playing around with it a smidge, and then reprinting it, and it worked out fine. So I'm glad that that worked, because I really liked the template. But what you're seeing me do is start the starts of a shaker pocket that I'm going to do, and this will be in the next video, the finishing part of it. But I just added those trees. I almost wish, and it's too late now, that I put the big tree on the bottom and the smaller tree on the top. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to add sequins and stuff, and in the middle you see me staple the acetate that says 2017. I just cut it down so it would fit in that. And then I'm going to use, I cut down that big 6x8. It's got some really soft lines. And I thought that that pattern would work really well with this card from Larkindesign that says, all make merry. And I really like that. But it is cream. And a lot of my stuff is not cream. I've just kind of like stayed clear from cream. So I'm going to play around with some layers of some other things to help tie it in and not make it look so cream. And I decided that that round circle is from crepe paper from the Fa La La, and it is less creamy. And so, but it has red, and then I added this wood piece which has cream, but I'm actually going to paint it red. This red is from the Christmas kit over at Shimmerz. I'll make sure that I link that below because I absolutely love this kit. And this red is, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So it was perfect. I did have to go over this a couple of times just because this is a wood piece and it does kind of soak up. If you didn't want that to happen, you could put gesso on it. I didn't really want to do that because I wasn't sure how much media I wanted. So just kind of trying to keep it light because I want to keep this simple, right? It's so hard because that part of me that likes to make things complicated has to paint it. But this dried out so perfectly. So when you see these close-ups, you're going to absolutely love it. And so I had to let it rest before I put that number tag on there. And so now I'm just going to add my photo, and I added that little simple stories, and this is a little bit more creamy. And both of these photos have a filter that are more cream based, I guess. It's not as white based. There is a filter on it. But yeah. So I'm going to add this also, that copper, and that's going to tie in the warm colors and just kind of help it not look so white to match. So don't forget to check out these close-ups, and I will see you guys later. I hope you guys have had a happy new year and a Merry Christmas. I'll see you later. Bye.